What's up, everybody? Welcome back. This is Forgo, and we're going to be doing some more action with Lucia Plume against Pancake. Show you guys how you can get it done against this particular boss because she is weak to ice. Xiao, however you pronounce her name, she is weak to ice. So Lucia Plume is going to be your ideal character to take this woman on, or whatever you want to call her. Now, I've already done all 4 of these, and I've actually recorded a run during hell. I actually think I could do a little bit better, so I didn't do the clear yet. But as you guys can see, I got some pretty respectful scores from what I was doing. Some really good scores. Very proud of it. This score here, I actually could have done a little bit better. Now, I played these all a little bit different, and I did use a different team composition in the very last run. In the first 4 runs, I just used Lucia Lotus, Ayla, and Plume. You know, Plume with her 4-piece Hanan and 2-piece Aisna, and then of course Ayla with a 4-piece Da Vinci and Catherine, and then Lucia Lotus, I actually had the 4-piece Zhuang set right here on Lucia Lotus with the Glorias on her. So for the first 4 clears, that's the setup that I had. Now, for the last clear against Hell mode, I had to change up shop a little bit. So I'll show you guys exactly, what I was doing and how I was trying to play. Now, there might be a better way to do this in the future. I'm definitely going to be doing this different because we're going to get more ice constructs in the future, and that is going to change how you do things. But this is the team that I actually went with whenever I did my final clear against Hell. Now, the reason for this is whenever you face against Hell mode, you will start taking damage from this depleting effect. Whereas in Chaos, she doesn't have this. So you don't really need a heal for this stage. But here, having a heal makes a difference in your point score or how many points you do score, because the more HP you have, the more points you're actually going to be able to get by the end of it. And I am using on B-Liv here, and you could use, A-Liv, but if you was using B-Liv, you could do the same thing with her because she would give some extra physical attack, especially if you have her triple S. But I opted to go for A-Liv. Now, I'm running a Da Vinci set on A-Liv, and I do have a Guinevere on here, right? And it says heal for 10% more, increase the elemental damage and resistance of the healing target by 10%. And I'm pretty sure that means the healing target, the character that you're healing up, which in our case is going to be Lucia Plume. So I believe the elemental resistance does go up. Whether it does or not, in the testing that I've done, this was the best team for me whenever I was playing against Pancake. This might change in the future, but right now with the characters that we have available in the game, this is pretty much what ended up happening for me. And actually for Ayla, and this actually surprised me quite a bit, on my Ayla, I do have the Zhuang set on her. She actually can proc this thing, which is pretty surprising. And then the Gloria set actually works really well on her also because no matter who the Gloria set's on, if they're coming in for the QTE, they're going to reduce the elemental resistance, whatever, the damage dealer you're using, whatever elemental attack they have, that's the resistance they're going to give. So in our case, it's going to be ice elemental resistance. Now, whenever you're playing with Lucia, you could use different leaderships. If you're using A-Liv, A-Liv does have an increased attack by 8%, or I'm sorry, by 5%. I don't know why I said 8%, but by 5%. The beautiful thing about having her in the leadership and getting that 5% is that whenever you start off the fight in Pancake, you can immediately you can switch in your character, and you're going to have half of your bar filled at the bottom, which means that you only need to do 3 more 3-pings afterwards, and then you can go into Lucia Plume's signature move. It's really good for one-shotting, especially when you're switching in your characters. But my Lucia Plume and the team composition that I have just aren't doing enough damage. My memories aren't leveled up enough, and so on and so on. So I have to do it a little bit different. Now, I do have my ultimate unlocked on my Lucia Plume, which means I do have 8 orbs available when I start off the fight. And I found in my testing and all from the runs that I did, and I played this for a couple hours today, using Lucia Plume's leadership was actually better because it does give an increased ice damage by 10%, and then attack of all constructs increases by 5%. So it's a better leadership, but you're not going to have that advantage of switching in your character and having half the bar. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So if we start off with A-Liv here, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Whenever you switch her in, right? Whenever you switch Lucia Plume in, you're going to have half of your bar already available. So we'll switch her in, and as you guys can see, that bar is already there. So you can literally go into your moves here, right? And go into your signature pretty damn fast, which is pretty sweet. That's pretty damn sweet, right? It's one less 3-ping that you actually have to worry about, and that's why that method is actually really awesome, especially for the prior levels of Pancake. It works really well if that's what you're doing. But I found for me, at least against hell mode, I was doing better whenever I was using Lucia's leadership. And whenever you're using her leadership, you actually want to, at least in the testing that I've done so far, this is subject to change. I actually found that if I just play like normal here, right, and build up my orbs, as many orbs as I can, okay? And we're trying to build up as many orbs as we can. Here we go. All right, I got hit there. That was a mistake right there. It's kind of hard to talk and play at the same time. There we go. So, all right, we do 2, 3 pings. Dodge, 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 dodge. We hit her signature and boom. Now look at where her life is at, right? Look at where her life is at. That did a lot more damage doing that way instead of the way that we did a second ago. So personally, I find that it's better to do it this way, right? Instead of the way that I showed you the first time where you're actually switching in Lucia plume, okay? And boom, and we're gonna get the one shot and pow, right? And I did this off the cuff, you know, just jumping in here and talking and recording all at the same time. And that works out really, really good. So, you know, for me, when I just, you know, leave her in regular base mode, not her Arctic mode, I do more damage when I just build up my orbs. I mean, you guys can see, I mean, I got 177,000 just off the cuff. Now, I'm actually going to show you a run where I actually got 183,000, a little bit better. I actually believe I could get even higher by using the method that I just showed you. I mean, I did get hit. That kind of hurt me a little bit. But having, you know, a healer, especially on hell mode, is really going to help you because it will allow you to get more points because you're actually going to have more HP. And a big tip is whenever you are using your orbs, you saw what I was doing just a second ago. Whenever you use your red orbs and you're in your Arctic mode, you can immediately cancel that skill. So like, and what I mean is like you'll hit the skill, you'll hit your 3 ping red, and then you can immediately dodge. If you dodge cancel, you actually can run through your skills much faster. Now your blue orbs, you got to let that play a little bit, make sure it hits your opponent, but then immediately can't dodge after that and then go into your next 3 ping. And if you use the dodge cancel method, right? If you use your 3 ping, dodge, 3 ping, dodge, 3 ping, dodge, you'll actually run through your 3 pings a whole lot faster, and you're actually going to do a lot more damage. This is actually going to prepare you in the future if you decide to put a better burst damage memory set on her, like the Frederick memory set. So hopefully, you know, these tips will help you guys out a little bit as far as, you know, playing against Pain Cage. Or if you have a better method as far as playing her in Pain Cage, please let me know down in the comments down below. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one. See ya.